Almost 8 years after the first bone was discovered, the killer still has not been found in the West Mesa murders.
New theories are emerging that somewhere out there, a second burial site may exist. This as the case gets renewed national attention. News 13's Aaron Drawhorn is in the Newsplex with this unsolved mystery. Aaron?
Jessica, 11 victims were discovered in that mass burial site on the West Mesa, but 8 women are still missing. 8 women feared dead, 8 women who may be buried somewhere, and science may be the solution to finding out where. This tract of land on 118th and Amole Mesa Southwest is just desert. Homes won't go up here anytime soon for a reason.
We are on the West Mesa burial site.
Christine Barber heads Street Safe New Mexico, a nonprofit that helps women struggling with drugs and turning tricks on Albuquerque streets, just like 10 of the 11 West Mesa victims.
This isn't really anything that's talked about anymore. However, these women are still missing.
Were these women also murdered by the West Mesa killer? If so, where are their remains?
There's nothing really natural looking about these depressions.
Enter Andy Yocums, field geologist with the New Mexico Bureau of Geology and Mineral Resources.
I believe that there is another burial site somewhere.
Yocums and Barber started analyzing aerial images near the site, noting changes in soil moisture and color. Something stood out about half a mile from the makeshift gravesite.
We settled on ground-penetrating radar.
All signs pointed to digging, and there was nothing natural about it.
They looked like they were definitely man-made and not a natural geologic process.
We need a body. We need bones.
The West Mesa case this month got new attention on A&E's The Killing Season.
And the possibility of 8 more victims whose bodies are still out there.
Yocum's equipment shot radar waves into the ground. The imagery was telling.
There was some disturbance within the upper 6 feet of sediment and soil, so it had definitely been dug.
Dug, but empty. Perhaps a pre-dug grave a murder victim never made it to?
I think that's definitely a possibility in this case.
5 years after the first bone was unearthed, a News 13 special assignment report shed light on the suspect list, including a frequent John with a violent history toward women who met his fate by a pimp's bullet, and a notorious rapist now doing 36 years of hard time. Hundreds of tips, 0 arrests.
I don't actually think there is a suspect still around. It's statistically unlikely for a serial killer to just stop killing. And so it is more likely that either he was arrested or he is dead.
And if there's another final resting place for the missing 8.
I think that finding the second site is really the hardest part.
Yocums and Barber realize they are not homicide investigators, but they do hope that their detective work helps this cold case warm up. APD telling us today the department does follow any new leads that come in. Jessica, I'll throw it back to you.
All right, thank you, Aaron. In October, APD released some photos they hoped would help solve the West Mesa murder case. Police wanted to identify the 2 women in the photos. Detectives said they could have information regarding the deaths. The photos of the women were taken from a video that belonged to Lorenzo Montoya, who was mentioned in Aaron's story.